listed on the CSE clip for the month of October. Today, I am talking to Mr. Craig Gibson, and Craig is the president and CEO of CSE's newly listed company called Prismo Metals. Craig, welcome to the CSE. Thank you so much for your time. How are you?
Thank you, Anil. I'm very good. How are you doing?
So Craig, you guys have just listed Prismo Metals on the CSE. Why don't you begin by telling our audience about Prismo Metals and what the vision is for this company?
Okay, Prismo Metals is a company dedicated to mineral exploration, mainly for precious metals. And right now in Mexico, in the country of Mexico, but with the possibility for expanding into the US and possibly Canada in the future. Right now we currently have two exploration projects. Our material property is called Palos Verdes. It's located in a historically important precious metal gold silver district in southern Sinaloa state near Mazatlan. So sometime if you travel, you can come down to the beach and get a tour of the property and do an on-site interview. That's our active current exploration area. There's several companies working in the region and in the same district that we're at, so it's very active right now. We acquired a 75% interest in a 22-hectare concessions. It's a small concession, but with a outcropping vein on it, with good drill results from 2018 that my company, consulting company, drilled prior to this going public or forming Prismo and going public. We also have a second project called Los Pavitos, which is located near Alamos in southern Sonora State, Mexico. Also a very historically important mining region with a lot of current and past exploration activity. This one is a larger land position. It's a little bit over 5,000 hectares, but it's an early stage project with interesting gold assays from some recon exploration work that has been done there. And we acquired 100% interest from one of our other founders that we'll describe that in a bit.
I look forward to, I'll take you up on your invite once this pandemic is all behind us, and hopefully I can come out and visit you on your site and maybe do an interview in person with you and your team. But my question to you, Craig, is a company with this focus, why did you guys choose to go the public route?
Well, it's interesting. Two of the founders of the company have consulting groups in Mexico, and separately we have acquired various projects throughout the years, and these were self-financed to a large degree over the last few years, in some cases even more than the last few years. And with the results we've had on those projects, we decided to finance future exploration work in the capital markets. My experience in the financial markets is somewhat limited. I've worked as a VP exploration in public companies and associated with several companies, but not really on the financial end, mainly on the technical end. So I contacted some colleagues that I worked with previously in the industry that were more on the financial end. And we have been working on this company for a couple of years in the process of getting everything in place, doing some private financings, getting the land positions into the company. But it turns out in the first part of this year, the whole scheme changed with the increase in metals prices, and the main difference is there's actually financing available in the public market. So our timing was pretty good in going public, starting over the summer and actually finalizing the IPO in early October.
You guys have Prismo Metals has a focus in two different regions of Mexico. You seem to have a very strong management team with a lot of background. What would you say would be a couple of key factors that differentiates a company and team like Prismo Metals from some of your peers that are focused in the same regions of Mexico?
Well, one of the main ones is many of our principals and directors, founders and directors, have decades of experience working in Mexico exploration. We've developed extensive networks in-house and consultants to do all facets of of work from legal and environmental, and of course the technical geology, drilling, everything like that. So we've been doing this for Peter since the 80s and me since the early 90s. So we've been doing it a long time. We've worked all over Mexico, contacts in just about any part of the industry you'd like to talk about. Also with mineral exploration experiences in elsewhere, but mainly our focus in Mexico right now. Again, we have Salvador Miranda, who's worked for several public companies with a Mexico focus. He has extensive experience with the requirements for all the some of it legal, but accounting in Mexico and the audit requirements that you have to do for companies that are working in Canada and Mexico. So I think we're maybe not uniquely positioned, but we have a head start on a lot of companies that start up with forming companies and then come down to look for people with experience, which I have worked for some of them also in the past, and that's kind of one of our, I think, our plus in this market right now.
Yeah, I think that's a very key part to make sure that our viewers and audience knows about. You guys are fairly newly listed with us. Are you able to talk about any milestones our viewers and possible investors can look out for from your company in the coming months?
Yeah, I can talk in general terms. With respect to our material property, the Palos Verdes property, we had some really good interesting drill results that, again, my consulting company ProDeMin drilled in 2018. So our first goal is to offset those drill results or drill holes at the Palos Verdes project, and we're planning on starting that in November, somewhere in after mid-November, let's say, starting the drill program. We recently announced that our environmental permit that we had applied for earlier was extended, so we have that in place, and we're getting drill quotes right now, and hopefully we'll be starting in just after mid-November. And we think with the current activity levels that we should have some drill results coming out probably in January, most likely. Our second project, we're going to be doing basic exploration work at the early stage. I can't say much about it right now, but we'll be advancing that as required in our option agreement. We have to do a certain amount of work, so we'll be doing that also, probably mostly in the first quarter of next year. But so the main thing I think we'll have for news coming out is drilling at Palos Verdes in the fourth quarter of this year.
Got it. Thank you for that. Where can our audience members and viewers go keep up with recent news or upcoming news, drill results for your company? Do you guys you guys obviously have a website, and what is it?
Yes, we have a website. It's just being constructed. It should be up shortly. It's not up quite yet. You'll just get a construction view right now, but it's www.prismometals.com. And we also have recently put up LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook groups, which I don't know all the, I can't describe those, let's say, but we'll have those on the video when it's all put together.
We'll make it easy, and we'll add those links into the show notes so it's easier for our viewers to find where you guys are, both website and any social media links. We look forward to watching your company progress with your team in Mexico. Hopefully we can get you back on in the new year, talk a little bit more in depth about what you guys have been working on since listing and what is coming up in the year 2021. We do truly appreciate you and your team choosing to list on this Canadian Securities Exchange, and we look forward to hosting you again and hopefully meeting in person in the near future.
Okay, great. Thank you for your time, and we appreciate all the help we've received also. Thank you.
That goes both ways. Thank you again for your time. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for tuning in to another newly listed on the CSE. Please feel free to hit like and share this content, and hit subscribe if you haven't already.